Are we live yet? Let's see. Hey, we're live. I don't think anyone's going to show up yet anyway, so just going to get set up. Just getting everything set up here on both computers. My cat is pooping. I can hear her scratching in her litter box. Alrighty, I hope this is all coming through. Okay, I'm just going to tweet out that we're live. How are you, sweetie? Just tweeting out the stream and then we're gonna get started here. Camera prepping for commercial live right now. Live right now. Boom. Sweet. Maybe I should post this to my Instagram too, but I think I will at least get the camera out first. Hey, baby. What are you doing? You're gonna have to move. That's where the camera goes, baby. Hey. Why are you so violent, baby? Oh, you're so sweet, baby. Alright, let's pull out some stuff. First thing I always do, pull out the camera. Obviously. Kitty baby. nobody knows this, but if if your gear ends up at my house, my cat will sit on it. That's sort of you know, you just gotta hope that nobody I work with is allergic to cats. Not really though. And it would make more sense if I had like a lab for this. Alright, I'm gonna move this case so you can actually see the camera. Kitty, I'm gonna have to move you, baby. Get ready. That's a little heavy. Okay. Well, this camera is kind of a mess, and we're gonna make it pretty. Splendid. Problem I'm having here right now is that this place is just too damn small. Like, this is, I don't normally do camera prep at my apartment. Usually it's at like, we got like a studio or Kitty, I'm not even talking to you. She thinks I'm gonna kick her off this box. She's being extra aggressive. But yeah, normally I'd be like at a studio or at like a camera rental house, but this apartment is really not meant for prepping. But we're doing it anyway. So basically, I got all the cases on the ground, and I'm gonna have to leave frame a few times. But you know, c'est la vie. Nobody's really watching anyway. Okie dokie. So, I think I have just about everything we need right now. You can't see it, but I got the big Ronin case here. Do not climb on that. It's not stable. And then got our lenses here. I really only need one because then I can put the case away. Then I got the body here, which I need to completely disassemble and reassemble. Katie, I told you. No, baby. No, baby. Oh, sweet pea. What are we doing first here? Alright, I gotta keep opening some cases. This takes a lot of work, like, just to get this shit set up. You know how long it took me to get this shit in here? By myself. And then I gotta take it out. Call time's at 7 a.m. tomorrow, so I have to get up at, like... I gotta be loading at, like, 5, quarter to 6, something like that. Sometimes I think that, sometimes I think the people I work for don't know how much time this prep works. You know, which is fine. It's not their job to know. Oh, fuck. It looks super choppy and super low res, unless that's just on my end. What the hell? Never mind. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do... Here, let me move my laptop. First thing I'm going to do is strip this camera because I don't really want anything that's on it right now. Can you hear me if I talk like this? Probably not. I need something to sit on at this point. Kitty, I'm gonna steal that chair. Sorry, baby. There we go. Oh, I feel so much better. All right, here, let's just keep, I'm gonna keep stripping this camera. You know what, I'm also gonna post on my Instagram that I'm doing this. Although, you know, like I gotta be honest, 90% of the people from my Instagram fucking suck. When it comes to content and stuff, they're just corporate video boys. You know what I'm saying? They I don't know what I was saying actually. No, you gotta move. I'm sitting there. I'm sitting there. BB, come on. Okay, I'm just doing a quick audio test to see if it sounds okay on the other end of the live stream. Let's see. Sounds great. Okay, I gotta mute this. Okay, I'm gonna do a quick Instagram video post, just to see if people will come check out this live. Yeah, it's kind of awkward doing it live, but I'm just gonna go for it. Hopefully, you know, usually it takes me like 10 takes. Hopefully we can just do this in one, so I don't have a recorded version of this BTS, basically. It's a good thing nobody's watching right now. The stream's bitrate is higher than recommended. We recommend that you stream use a bitrate of 4,500 kilobytes per second, or like double that. I mean, it seems to be going fine. So I'm just going to not change anything. Just posting this to my, let's just keep playing the music. I'm just posting this to my Instagram. I've just been listening. I've been playing like, I've been replaying Ocarina of Time, and I'm just kind of in like the Zelda mood right now. Oh, you know what? I can extend this thing. I'm gonna make this a little taller before we post the link. Sorry, right now I'm just posting out the links. I'm gonna start camera prepping any second right now, I promise. Just on my phone. Oh, maybe I should put that right. I'm gonna put that on the screen. Okay, now's when I do the awkward Instagram. You know, I'm just gonna turn the mic off for this. I don't want you guys to listen. I don't want anyone to hear this, basically. All right, the link is posted, and I have other shit to do, so I'm gonna start this freaking camera prep now. And if nobody tunes in, I don't really care. There we go. Almost ready to start. I'm currently I'm controlling my computer from the other side of the room right now and monitoring the live stream from this setup, so it's kind of awkward. I'm trying to turn this text off. Wow, amazing, look at that. Somebody let me know if there's anybody here at the time. Let me know if this music is too loud. It's just sort of, you know. I've been playing a lot of Zelda lately. A lot of, what do you call it? Ocarina of Time. I was playing Majora's Mask, but I kind of took a break. And just feeling very Zelda-y lately. Hence the Zelda music, but you know, that's the end of that story. Let's start with this camera prep. So basically I got the camera here, and it's an owner-operator kind of situation, so he's got all his stuff on there, but I'm going to strip it completely because we're going to go on gimbal, and I'm going to put my own stuff on it. So that's what we're doing. It's very slow, not very that interesting to watch process, but you know, that's what we're here for. I need a sandbag for this little stand. Do they sell like mini little sandbags? I also need a better arm situation for this because it sucks leaning in like that. I see my audio levels though. My audio levels seem okay. Hello, hello. Yeah, great. I'm stripping the camera. Stripping the camera. Stripping the camera. Yeah, like I said earlier, normally this would be sort of like, normally I'd be prepping at like a studio or something, and I wouldn't be sitting down. Normally what I'd, like, you can't see it, but there's a bunch of cases on the ground, there's a case right here, there's like cases all under the table. Like normally I'd have those all open, all spread out so that like everything is accessible, but it's gonna be kind of awkward doing it in such a small room. But you know, that's kind of part of it. That's kind of part of just everything in this industry. It's like you just gotta work with what you got. Wow, this is so nostalgic. I've been feeling really nostalgic lately, so I've just been like, I don't know, this Zelda shit, it's been getting just getting me so excited. I started looking into how to modify the N64 version of Ocarina of Time. Like apparently you can download a there's like a version you can download where you can just install a bunch of mods, and it has a bunch of mods already installed. But because I was doing a bunch of Midjourney sort of like AI stuff on my other channel, which got some attention, I figured it would be fun to try and completely retexture, or maybe not completely retexture, but just slowly retexture the just Ocarina of Time using only AI generated images. So if I need an image of grass, I would do my best with Midjourney to create grass. If I need like Link's face, I gotta do, you know, I gotta make an AI version of Link's face. Anyway, that would be a fun project, but that's something that I don't think I have. That'd be sort of like an on and off thing. But that would be a good thing to do on live streams because I'm looking for more excuses to be on live. So anyway, this is the stream. If you're hoping for something more exciting, it ain't happening. Right now I'm just trying to take this monitor off. It's one of the standard sizes, which I believe is a 3/16. Oh yeah. That's a 3/16, baby. Nothing gets me more excited than a good old-fashioned 3/16. Actually, though, picking the correct Allen key without even looking and just slotting it in and it works the first time is very satisfying, genuinely. Okay. Okay, so now we got the camera basically stripped. I'm gonna pop a lens on here, and then normally I like to mount the wireless to the camera, even if it's in a gimbal situation. Like, because the whole idea with this shoot is that we're gonna be doing gimbal all day for both days, so I don't really need to rig it to be quick to transition. But I like to have it as quick to transition as possible, regardless, because you know every now and then you have a director, producer, or somebody that makes a last minute change, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of half prep it so that it can be quickly swapped over. Which really all that means is really just mounting the motor to this and making sure as much stuff is on the camera and not the gimbal as possible. So here we go. First thing, lens. I usually throw a 50 on the camera. Here, let's see. Then you can see the sensor. Oh no, Michael, cover the sensor. Cover the sensor, quick. It's okay. It's not a wind tunnel in here. There's no dust blowing up. Chill, your little corporate video boy undies. Which record sound will you use on the Red? I think we're doing external sound as far as I know. Actually, that's a good question. I did see a mic in the bag. I was going to text the DP to see if he wanted any internal sound. But as far as I know, there's no sound recording happening. I haven't worked with the Gemini a whole lot, though, so I don't know if it has an internal mic. So if it does have an internal mic, I'll throw that on. But chances are we're going to be running timecode sync in anyway. So if I do have a throw mic on here, I'll probably use my little Rode Video Mic Go, which it's like nobody uses those professionally. I don't know if you've ever seen one of those. Let me see if I can. Anyway, they're like the cheapest microphone that Rode sells, but in my opinion, it's the best microphone Rode sells because you can pretty much slap it on any camera and get scratch sound without adding any weight. So that might be the direction we end up going, but I don't even know. Oh, there is a mic input, 3.5mm on this camera. Yeah, so that might be the way we go. But let's get a bracket on here so we can throw the motor on. In fact, I'm going to open up the motor case now. If I can find it. Found it. Oh man, this is so much more chill than my normal preps. I wish I could prep at my house every prep. I just want my own space, you know. It's so nice to have like a garage with a desk set up. I would just do like a camera prep live stream every time. Yeah, so I'm gonna test. I'm gonna put the motor bracket here. Oh, this is from Wind Waker. You wanna play Wind Waker? No, the beep that the record started and stopped. Which recorded sound? No, the beep that recorded sound and stopped. Oh, which one? I don't even know there was more than one option for that beep. I'm gonna have to find out. But the answer is likely. No, the answer is definitely no beep. No beep. The answer is the loudest beep I can possibly do. Whatever the most obnoxious beep is, whatever the one the sound guy hates the most is the beep that I'm going to choose. Motor plate is on. Stick a rail in there temporarily. Good beep. I just need the brackets from the gimbal case. I'm going to disappear for half a second. But I need them before I can do this next part, which is, well, attaching the brackets. Boom. Alright, so I got the top plate here. You need this to actually mount it to the gimbal itself. Basically, the way the gimbal's designed is that it clamps the camera on the top and bottom. And if you have the top clamp, this is like such a pain in the ass. I wish they had a better system for this. It just doesn't really fit very tall cameras, and if you have anything on the sides, it always gets in the way. This should be fine. I might have to relocate that motor bracket, but that's fine. It's all just sort of temporary anyway at the start. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure I can power from the gimbal. I think this kit has the right cable, so I don't think we're gonna need to like balance with the battery or anything. Dommy Dom. Hello, Dominic. I'm just like second guessing everything I'm doing, just being live. Like, I hate when people watch me prep. I hate when the DP like hovers over me trying to figure what I'm doing, because most of the time I'm experimenting with everything I do. Like, every camera prep is like slightly different. So like as soon as someone starts watching me, I just second guess everything I'm doing. So, you know, just I don't know. I'm just speaking my mind. I'm just gonna keep going though. Bottom plate. One thing that I like about red over Ari is generally the reds are smaller, which makes kind of everything easier. But I don't understand why reds have just the worst mounting options possible. Like, all their plates on the top, they look impressive, but in my experience, like, they're not really that useful. Like, there's no locating pin. Oh, there is locating pins on this one. Okay, well, maybe I'm complaining over nothing. This one's not bad. Anyway, I'm getting distracted here. Attaching the bottom plate, which will let me attach it to the gimbal. Very slowly. Pretty sure these ones are metric. Everything in the camera industry should just be metric. I don't understand why we're switching between. Like, America, you guys fucked it all up. That's not even the right one. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Wow, look at that. It's starting to look like a camera. Let's see. That's like just barely gonna fit with this top rail on. The idea is that there can't be this little bracket here, which you can't really see that well because, you know, I'm going from my desktop camera. This little bracket needs to be higher than anything else on the camera. That's the ideal. And it's just like a millimeter higher. So I think it's going to work. Just needs an adjustment. There we go. Sorry, I'm just putting the motor on here. If you guys have any questions about cameras or anything, or just life, you know, you want some like life advice. Like maybe there's a girl you got a crush on. The music is goated. Hell yeah. Like I was saying earlier, I've been kind of on this like this Zelda kick recently. I don't know, I've just been feeling very nostalgic. So I was playing through Ocarina of Time on my N64. Oh no, I fucked this motor up because I wasn't paying attention. But anyway, I was playing through Ocarina of Time on my N64. Then I discovered that you could like, it's really easy to mod and download different versions of it on your computer. So Bree's playing through it. Bree, my girlfriend, is playing through it on the N64 now, and I'm gonna maybe on my second channel start messing around with some mods potentially on N64 on that, which would be fun. So yeah, here we are. Oh fuck, this is so annoying. See, this isn't my motor. It's like, it's missing a washer. It's got sticky shit all over it. You know, I always try and get my gear on shoots, and it's not because, I mean, I like making money. I mean, I get to rent my gear to shoots, and that's always awesome. But more often than not, it's just to make my life easier. So if anyone watching right now, you know, hires me, like on a regular basis or whatever, you know, I'll do a discount. It's just way easier to work with my gear. My gear all works better together. There's no, you know. That's all I'm saying. And I like money. Literally ascending right now. Yeah, do you know what song this is? 5 smackaroons if you know what song this is playing right now. Sometimes this motor really doesn't play. Some lenses like really just don't play nice. Like here. This is supposed to sound like nothing. Listen to what it sounds like. And sometimes that's just like the alignment of the gears, like the rod isn't perfectly straight. But other times it's just like the teeth in the lens are far thicker than the teeth on the motor, or vice versa. I can't really tell. Quick experiment. Okay. Here, let's see. This is what it sounds like out of the bracket. So, pretty much the same. So, I can pretty much assume that it's just the motor gears. So, when the DP on set says, whoa, what's wrong with this shit? I can say, oh, it's just shit by nature. Okay. Now, I think we're at the point where we can actually pull out the gimbal and start getting it on. Hold on, is this live stream really being shot in anamorphic? Actually, yeah, it is. It's not an anamorphic it's not an actual anamorphic lens. It's one of those Panasonic anamorphic adapters. If I could show you, I would. But basically, these adapters were created in the time when when everybody was going from 4:3 to 16:9. So basically what it does is it takes your standard 4:3 SD camera and turns it into a 16:9 camera, so you didn't have to get all new lenses and stuff. But if you take one of those and put it on a modern lens and a modern camera, you get, I can't remember what the aspect ratio is off the top of my head, but it makes it nice and like tighter. And the cool thing about this adapter is it fits on pretty much any modern camera. Bro, yeah, you're just jealous because you can't do a live stream anamorphic. Who else is doing anamorphic live streams? Nobody. We are changing the game over here. Okay, I'm gonna pull the gimbal out and start, doing that. By the end of this table is gonna be covered. It's just gonna be covered in gear. I promise. Okay, I'm gonna try and readjust a little bit so maybe you guys can actually see me pulling this gimbal out, because it's out of frame right now. Give me 2 seconds. Okie dokie, let's pull this gimbal out. There's not enough room here. All right, I'm going to pull out the frame first, and then we'll actually put the motor on it. Damn. Actually, I think, you're probably the first person to comment on the anamorphic thing. I've been shooting, like, my YouTube, like, talking head stuff, anamorphic for a while now. It's just kind of been living as part of my setup. So I appreciate that you noticed. Okay, I'm just going to pull everything out of this top thing that I need, so I can just put it away. I can actually get this shit moving. What is this crap? There's so much crap in here. Okay. Where is it? Okay, so here's the fun part. Now I'm gonna throw the actual gimbal part onto the frame. Yes, it is supposed to be on an angle. It looks kind of awkward, but the whole thing kind of sits leaning forward. I couldn't tell you the technical reason why. But here comes the motor. This is the cool part, I guess. Jeez. Wowee. Here, I'm going to zoom it back in a little bit so you can actually see what I'm doing now. Okie dokie. This is it. This is the gimbal. Wow, look at that. Here, I'll sit in front of it so you can see it better. That's it. That's a gimbal. Now, I guess the next step is to, I'm going to stick the camera in there and make sure it fits. Lock it all down. Then I'm going to start attaching cables. I got to put a card in here because that's important for balance. And then I'm going to balance it. And that's going to be really long and boring too. And then what? Then attach the monitor. Then I got to build monitors and test all the wireless stuff. It's going to be a long day. We're going to be here for a while. So everything's sort of locked in together with these little latches, which is very handy. That way you can balance every axis individually. But I'm going to stick the camera in here now. You know, if it makes sense... Actually, no, fuck it. No, I'm not going to do that. I was thinking I could mount this monitor. I could mount this monitor thing because we need this for camera control, so I'm going to have it nearby anyway. But I could mount it to the side of the camera, and that way we can just kind of have control at all times. But it might get in the way, so I'm just going to put this camera on here, and we'll see what makes sense. I mounted the plate backwards, so now I gotta flip it back around. See, this is the thing about camera prep, is it's just a lot of doing stuff over and over again. You kind of loosely attach everything, then you take it apart, and then you loosely attach it again. And you kind of just do that over and over again for like 4 to 6 hours. Let's do a little forward. Just so you guys can see. I'm just putting the plate back on the bottom the correct way. And I kind of want it offset towards the front, not to be necessarily center, because we're going for, obviously, center of balance, not, you know, center of the camera, so to speak. Wow, look at that. All right, guys, we're ready. That's it. Easy peasy. The camera's ready. Just kidding. Not even close. We still have hours of work. Ugh. This is the power module. What's going on? Oh, this is a banger. This is a banger. If you don't appreciate this. Kitty baby. What are you doing in a gimbal case, baby? Hey, yo, baby. You're gonna help me prep this camera. You're my little second AC. You're gonna slate and get the lenses for me, baby. Show everyone your bumhole. Alright. Okay. So now, cables. So we need power cable, we need cable for this motor. Oh, you know what I did? I'm such a dingus. I didn't even attach the wireless yet. I have to attach a wireless transmitter to this camera, so I guess I gotta do that before I do anything else. I gotta grab it. We're using the Teradek Bolt 4K 1500 from MPR. That's Mark's Production Rentals in Calgary. If you're thinking about renting something, get it from MPR. I don't know, they don't have a slogan yet, but I do recommend. Mark's a good buddy of mine, so if you don't already know him. Someone said something. Sorry, I can't read your chat right now. I just gotta, as soon as I get this freaking wireless all ready to go. Where is, need antennas. Receiver. More antennas. What is this? 4? 5. And then I'm just gonna use my own SDI. Hold on, I gotta put this microphone down. Give me 2 seconds. It's like so distracting to try and describe what I'm doing as I'm doing it. I'm just having major, it feels like I'm on slow mode right now. I'm operating at half speed. So got the D-tap. I wonder if I can just power it from that. I might just be able to power the wireless directly from the gimbal if we got the right cable, which I think would be in the gimbal case. So I'm gonna find that out. Otherwise, we don't necessarily have to power it. I want to use a LEMO. This is a D-tap. D-taps are non-locking connections. It's not like this camera is gonna be like going that crazy, but I don't know. LEMOs are just nicer than D-taps, so I'm gonna try and make that happen. So take the extra time since I got it. Kitty baby, you've stolen my chair. Kitty, you have to move. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, baby. Oh, this is like the 4th time she's stolen my chair. Every single time I get up, she steals it. My butt's nice and warm. Okay. Alright, so we gotta put the wireless transmitter on here, because obviously, me, when we're on set, I'm gonna be pulling focus, so I need to see what's going on. Oh, here. Now I can see. Fam, wow. Bro! Dom says, get me through work right now. I'm glad, dude. You should call me tonight, by the way. We should chat. Fam, wow. Read my chat. So I showed a friend your ASMR camera rigging and we had a good laugh. That's awesome, dude. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm glad people... I think I've been thinking about doing another one of those. Actually, I got a bunch of like sort of video ideas for this channel that I've been kind of mulling over, but you know, I mean, I don't know, working and stuff. Sometimes like I've been doing more videos on my second channel because sometimes doing like camera related content just feels like I'm at work. You know what I mean? Like this is sweet, and I'm sure I could make a lot more cool camera content, but like, and it's very novel, you know, but frankly, like this is my job, so it does feel like if I'm making content about this all the time, I will just like never have time off. I'll just always be working, you know what I mean? So but I'm trying to shake up the content. You should do more YouTube. Screw First AC, dude. I would love that. But honestly, I just don't want to be like a film video YouTuber because I frankly just don't respect any film and video YouTubers. I think they're all a bunch of goobers, snake oil salesmen, losers who frankly they can barely shoot. Like anyone can just pick up a DSLR and make it look good nowadays. You know what I mean? They're marketers and they're influencers, and that's definitely a skill. But as far as like filmmakers go, you know, I don't know. I just don't want to be lumped in with those guys. I feel like I'm more legit than that when it comes to the film industry. And yeah, I'm being a little bit gatekeeping and holier than thou. But fuck them. Fuck the corporate video boys. Am I right? Shave the stash, bro. Never. I will never shave this. I mean, I might. Actually, I did shave this stash. I did shave it once. Should have screenshotted that. You can just like imagine me without a mustache every time you hate it or something. Anyway, I'm gonna put the wireless transmitter on now. So, generally when it comes to wireless, oh, you know what I would love right now is a plate for the back. But generally when it comes to wireless, I want to put the wireless, in this case, since we're not powering off the actual camera, I can pretty much put it where the battery is supposed to go, but there's not really a good place to arm it out. And I don't really like having the wireless on a friction arm unless it's a really sturdy one, because, I don't know, the wireless just doesn't need to move. I don't really understand why people put wireless on arms all the time. It doesn't need to move, so just mount it somewhere hard and just leave it and, you know, forget about it. In this case, though, I might end up having to use an arm just to get it in the right position. See, this is what I'm saying about Reds. What I was saying before is there's not really any good places to mount accessories. Like, there's no side cheese. There's just the top cheese. And that's it. And it's just makes me really sad. But I'm gonna take a peek through my little case of goodies here and see if I got anything to mount this with. No, one sec. Tell us about the backlash you got for the friends list story. Friends list story. Oh, yeah, interesting. Actually, I didn't really get any backlash. I got mostly love from that. Like, I feel like a lot of people think that there's a lot of shit going on behind the scenes when stuff like that happens, but it's mostly just jokes, you know? Like, I'm just joking at the time. All the people I'm reposting are joking. The first dude that commented, the first guy that commented, he was actually being an asshole. But I didn't care, you know, like it's all just funny to me. So there wasn't really any backlash. Maybe the worst part about it was that I just kept it going too long and I think people got bored. But, you know, it's all just for fun in my opinion. But anyway, let's see. I'm getting distracted. I got to think of a bracket situation to mount this on. Okay, maybe I can like, oh, you know what I could do? I have this special little plate that I can put on the side. Actually, the plate might be on my FS5. Let me go just check. It might be on my other camera. 1 second. This thing's not wireless. It is on my FS5, so you can't really, you might not be able to see it that well, but there's a little side cheese plate on the back there. Oh, there we go. It's reflecting now. Little side cheese plate there. It might fit nicely on the side of this red, which will let me mount the wireless right on the side. Actually, you know what? That's not going to work either. This is too tight. I hate gimbal shit. Okay, just give me 2 seconds. I have to actually look at this without talking for 2 seconds. Otherwise, I'm never going to move forward. my god, there's cheese underneath! It's Christmas. Okay. I think that's the plan of attack. I'm just gonna arm it out from the bottom. That's easy enough. Sorry, I keep clearing my throat in the microphone. It's just a very bad habit. Okay. So, we need a friction arm. And I have friction arms that came with the kit. You know, like this one came with the DP. This was the DP's friction arm for his monitor. And then there was friction arms that came with the wireless. But I don't like those friction arms. They just tend to come apart. Even the Noga arm ones, which are the bougie. Those are the bougie arms. Honestly, and I know they're cheaper, but I much prefer these small rig arms, the ones that sort of like clamp onto balls like that. Yeah, let's see. I don't know if you can see it. It's too small, but the ones that like sandwich a ball rather than the ones that are designed like this, because every single time I've owned one of these, they eventually break or somebody tries to push it too far and they bust. Whereas this, I mean, if you push it too far, the worst you can do is just, I don't know, crush it more. There's really not a lot of ways for these things to break, so I find these ones are a lot more reliable. Let's see. Shave the stash. Tells about the backlash. Legit, why is Zelda in P&P just to play music? Well, because I'm going to potentially watch something later. I usually I'll like listen to a podcast while I'm prepping. And I might just do that, especially if there's going to be nobody. There's probably going to be points where there's going to be nobody in the chat, no one in the chat. So I'll just put a podcast on and talk about it. Who's DZOs? Actually, don't know. Who do they belong to? Oh, they belong to Nate Harper. It's also his gimbal. This is my jam, man. Legit here to just listen to music and not care about Mike. You and me both. Okay, I actually have to camera prep at some point. Okay, I'm sticking the arm onto the bottom right now. Always use an Allen key to tighten these things. I don't know why you wouldn't, but there's a lot of people who don't. And then it will obviously eventually, nothing should be really finger tight on the camera in my opinion. You gotta screw that shit down. It's guaranteed to move if you just do it finger tight, I promise you. Alright. Actually, you know what? I could have attached, what am I doing? No, this is what I was saying before. So I could attach this wireless to the actual gimbal itself, which I think, you know, most people would expect. The DP might give me kind of a sideways look seeing that I didn't mount it to the gimbal. But again, like I was saying earlier, I want to have this thing as ready to go if we decide to take it off gimbal. So if I'm by mounting this to the camera, at least I have sort of a workflow where I can do one less thing if we have to swap from camera to gimbal. Or gimbal to, you know, sticks or whatever. But I think where I have it here is going to get in the way of the balance, actually. Come to think of it. Because it's blocking the plate. Can you please tell us about how you love your film cart more than your girlfriend? Well, that's definitely not true, but I do love my film cart. I've been with my girlfriend for 10 years now. Maybe if I'm with the cart for 10 years, there might be a little bit of an overlap, but right now the girlfriend's definitely winning. You know what? Fuck it. I think I'm gonna just mount it. I am gonna try and mount it from the side like I was gonna do before. And I am gonna try that plate. I got the time. So you know what? I'm taking it off the gimbal, and we're just gonna go back to standard prep because this just makes everything more annoying. I know I'm totally blue balling you right now. You're like, oh my god, Michael's got it on the gimbal. This is so exciting. It's gonna be a real camera. We get to see it point around and stuff. No, sorry, not even close. Okay, here we go. Starting over, basically. As always. So I'm going to take this plate off. The plate might not even fit, looking at it. Man, this is what I'm saying. This is what I fucking hate about Reds. There's nowhere to mount it. Where am I supposed to mount shit on this side? Look, there's no mounting options. And in case you're wondering why I'm not mounting it on this side, well, there's slightly more mounting options, but this is the operator's side, and I just want to avoid putting anything over there if I can. In general. The idea came from to attach wireless labs to the pant legs for these. I think that was Bree's idea. Tell us about where the idea came from to attach wireless labs. Yeah, I think that was Bree's. No, I can't remember if it was Bree's idea or my idea, but it was literally, I mean, watch the video. What kind of value did you get out of it? You're probably watching that, and you're probably thinking like, wow, this is an incredible audio test. I can hear the difference between both mics so clearly. I can now make an informed purchase. That's probably how you felt watching it, and that's exactly why we did it, for, you know, the educational value of it. Yeah. But for real, it was just, you know, it's just a stupid thing we did. Just fucking around. If you listen to that video back, there's one microphone that goes through the left ear and one microphone that goes through the right. Just to make it extra, like, horrible to watch. Keep losing my train of thought. So, where's the wireless? You know, I'm thinking, for the first time in my life, I'm thinking, but actually, I'm thinking if I just put like a little hingey boy, maybe sometimes I like to do this where I mount the wireless, like I could do it right here. If I have sort of like a hinge situation, I could almost like, if we do end up going to sticks, kind of just hinge it right up like that. I mean, it might get in the way of the top handle, but I haven't seen a top handle, so I'm not too worried about it. Thoughts on Frame.io and straight to cloud? My thoughts are that, like, it seems super fucking dope. I'm gonna stop throwing F-bombs. It seems super flipping dope. Cool, bro. But I'm surprised less people are like, no one's using it. I haven't seen it on set at all. And I don't really understand why, to be honest. It seems really sweet. But, you know, I've worked on productions of all scales since it's kind of come out, and I haven't seen a single production actually using it. So, I don't know. I don't know what that says about the product. Not good things, I guess. But I don't think it's a product issue. I think it's just like, for most things, the workflow is already so fast. To get that integrated into your like production company, I feel like your main people in the production company need to be on board. And those people don't really understand tech at all, so they're not going to bring that to the table. And they're going to be like, why do we need to spend an extra $10,000 on something that doesn't that really, like, I I don't know, sends us proxies immediately when our turnaround time is, you know, a couple weeks. I don't know, like, most places I feel like aren't going to go for it until they see other productions doing it successfully. And I just don't see a lot of productions doing it successfully or in a way that actually makes them more money. You know what I mean? Like, sure, it's slightly faster, but you're dropping, like, I don't know, 10, 20 grand on a whole setup just to be slightly faster, you know? When you're already on set, you're already recording proxies. Most of the time, these shoots are like 3-day turnaround anyway. You know, they can wait till the end. Like, they're short shoots, so, and they don't take long to edit. So at the end of the day, they can just dump the files and get someone editing it right away anyway. So that's my thoughts on it. I'm sure it would be really cool for someone who's making like corporate videos that are just shitting corporate videos out every single day. But I don't know. Also COVID, you know, like people haven't been producing a lot as much lately. Like, who's producing at that scale where they're like shoot after shoot, you know? Yeah, that's my thoughts. I think it's cool. I think more people should implement it. But it's like, you got to hire a DMT and rent all this stuff just to do this one extra thing that a lot of production companies just don't understand yet. So, I don't know. I wish more people did it. That was too long of a rant or a spiel about that anyway. Digging through my little bag of tricks here. This is what I was looking for. A little L bracket kind of deal. So if I mount this here, the idea is that when it's on the gimbal, yeah, this will work nicely. The gimbal, when it's on the gimbal, it can be mounted like this, right up against the camera. It's gonna look nice and sleek and sexy. And then if we do come off gimbal, it's easy enough where I can just boop, tilt it, and then it's nice and out of the way. And if we want to put a top handle on there, which I definitely could, I can just kind of bend these out of the way. Not the ideal for a non-handheld situation, but again, we're building for gimbal, not for handheld. Am I the best first AC in the city? There's a lot of really good ACs in the city. You know, recently, there was a time recently where I would have been like, fuck yeah, I'm the fucking best. You can't find anybody better than me. And in my heart of hearts, I still believe that to be true. But there's a lot of talented people, you know? So, that's my answer. That's my answer. Yes, the answer is yes. Oh, what the fuck? Man, fuck these. So, these new 4K wireless, for whatever reason, the quarter 20s are like recessed. So there's a whole like half a centimeter with no threading on the back. So you can't. I'm realizing now this whole plan of mine is falling apart. Is basically what I'm saying. I think being live is too distracting for me, to be honest. This is way too fucking distracting. Normally this would be on the gimbal already. Fuck it, I'm just gonna arm it. Fuck it. Wait, maybe. Recess in the heatsink fins? Yeah, exactly. There is like a little sandwich thing you can get for this to make it easier to mount. That also just makes it like a straight up gold mount, essentially. but we don't have it here. Welcome to the staring at a camera live stream. Man, why couldn't they just give me a mini LF, huh? Nate, why can't you just buy a mini LF? Or a 35? Man, there's like really nowhere good to mount this wireless. Fucking blows. Other solution, I could just attach a plate to the back of the wireless, and that would give me all the mounting options. I got a couple little plates here. Got a little baby plate. This could work. I got... What else do I got? I got this other little plate here. Part of some bracket thing I had at one point. This would actually work pretty well. Yeah, plate on the back. You know what? That might be what I do. Then I can keep my nice little L bracket tilty thing. Yeah, so I'm gonna bolt that on to the back. Let's see, maybe I can use this other plate. Let's see which plate works best. Definitely going to be this one. This one looks nicer too. So, what I always do when I got metal on metal too is I'll throw a little rubber washer in between, just so the people who own the gear don't get mad at me. And also, if it gets bumped, then it's got a little bit of give. Because if something gets bumped and it doesn't have a little rubber washer, then it'll be loose, and then, you know, 5 minutes later it's going to be flopping around. Maybe I'll start a singing channel. All right, just the thing. Oh, there we go. And we got a metric. What size is this? Another one of the standard sizes. 4 millimeters. I don't know if who gives a shit? Am I right? Who gives a shit? There we go. Wow, it's like this plate. It almost looks like this plate was made for this thing. Look at that. You can't even tell. You can't even tell it's not part of it. Boom. Easy. Easy, easy. Okay, so I got the plate on there. Now I can do what I was doing before. And this makes my life so much easier. I don't have to rebuild the whole camera or add some weird plates or anything to the camera specifically. All right, now we're moving. Now we're moving. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Gracious me. Fuck. Only issue I'm seeing here is that the SDI is on the other side. I'm not that upset about that because obviously it's going to be on the gimbal. I got plenty of cables. But in an ideal world, it would be it's just because where the threads are on the wireless. In an ideal world, it'd be threaded on this side. That way, these cables can run towards where the other inputs are on the camera. The inputs are always on the right side of the camera, which is the assistant side. So yeah, ideally, I would have the wireless where the cables are going out to the right as well, but that's fine. So yeah, check it out. So now it's like gimbal mode. That should be out of the way. If I have to, I can tuck these in. But I don't think this is tall enough to interfere with anything. And then if we decide to whip it off and go handheld, I can get this out of the way of the battery plate real quick. Boom. Battery can slap right there. And then this could live here. And, you know, this isn't the best position for it, again, when it's handheld. But like I said, this is a gimbal rig, not a handheld rig. But I'm happy with this. I'm going to find a card to pop in the camera. Because at this point, I think it's just a matter of putting it on the gimbal and attaching all the cables. And I need a card for balancing, so let's do that. Just need to find the cards. Uh-oh. Did he not give me the cards? Ruh-roh. Oh. Let's see. Where would they be? I don't know. Where's that bag? I put a bag down in here, and I think I've misplaced it. So I'm going to leave the shot for a second. Be right back. I'm back. Sorry, I would put this on the table and show you what I'm doing, but it's really, one, not that interesting, and two, it's very heavy. And I don't have anywhere to put it on the table. What the heck? I think I'm looking for cards right now. Cards. Does this have cards? This does have cards. Alrighty. Now we're cooking. Red Mag, maybe at one time was the most expensive type of memory card you could get, and now I think it's the Codex. But I could be totally wrong about that. Yeah, that's it. There was like that little scandal they had about the SSDs being super cheap or something, but it wasn't really much of a scandal because everyone in the film industry already knew that. I'm actually curious if the rest of the cards are in here. No. I need the rest of the cards. My thoughts, just because you are a filmmaker doesn't mean you cannot be a YouTuber. I think you could excel at both at the same time. I totally agree with you. Like, if I put more effort into doing YouTube on my time off, I would, you know, no question. I've always said that if I was getting like $1,500 a month from YouTube, I would significantly ramp down my intake in the film industry. Because just $1,500 a month for me is like, that'll cover my expenses, and I can kind of like, you know, that's my benchmark. That's my benchmark essentially to kind of take it, I guess, more seriously. I'm getting a little distracted from the point. Let me read your question again. My thoughts, just because you are a filmmaker doesn't mean you cannot be a YouTuber. Yes, I totally agree. But the thing is, like, I don't want to be a film YouTuber, and right now that's where most of my value is. So, like, I could be a bomb-ass film YouTuber because I got all this filmmaking content, you know? I got all this fucking camera gear. I do all these filmmaking things. I've got all these photos on my phone that I could be posting. But like I was saying earlier, like I just don't want to work. It just feels like work. Like when I'm making filmmaking content, it just feels like work. And at work, my work just isn't very fun or creative. Like I could get creative with some camera gear. I could shoot this camera gear in a cool way. Whoa, look, we got some LEDs and this camera looks freaking sick. You know? But that shit's lame. Who cares? I just don't care. I genuinely do not care. I think I'm jaded. So when I look at camera gear, I'm like, I know what other people like. I know other people like the gear porn aspect, but I just don't care. I don't care. So I am thinking of like, there are some creative ideas that I have in regards to filmmaking content that I want to do. But where I really want to make content is just like commentary and comedy and things that have nothing to do with production directly. And that's kind of just like, that'll be a much longer journey, and I'm totally fine with that. So I'm kind of just taking my time with it right now, trying to just make little things here and there that I enjoy making that are low pressure in a way, just so I can, I don't know, have fun expressing myself in a way that isn't like, doesn't feel too serious. Like, and also everything that I make for my filmmaking crowd, my clients see and all my local connections see. So there's a limit to how edgy and humorous I can really get. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what I like to do, is like I'm not saying I'm very edgy, but I'm definitely, you know, my sense of humor is not very professional, I guess you could say. So that's it. I think right now, I mean, this is part of it. This is part of making more content. So, you know, Dominic says, in my opinion, I think you should do more comedic content, maybe comedic analysis. I don't know anything technical about comedy, so I think doing comedic analysis would like not be that valuable to people. But I do have I got a lot of ideas, man. I got a lot of good freaking ideas that would be super easy to shoot, that I just need time to shoot. Things that are completely not related to film. Come on, man. We need another Peter McKinnon. Oh, dude, I have so many. Oh, I've got so much content in regards to Peter McKinnon. You know what? I'm gonna show you guys. Let's see if I can do it. I'm operating my computer from across the room right now. Maybe I can. Actually, you know what? Nah, fuck it. I'll show you. I'll just make the thing and then I'll post it later. The comedic content that's a niche right there. Lols all the time. Honestly, comedic filmmaking content is a niche. Everyone in the film industry makes boring ass fucking videos, okay? They're all inspirational. Oh, look at me. I'm going to Dubai to do this camera review. I'm going to go promote a country that's essentially North Korea with money, and we're all going to pretend like that's chill. Women can't drive here, by the way. But check out this cool camera. You know, like I genuinely am disgusted by those people. So that's the thing. It's like I don't really want to slide into that industry. I have a hard time like they always say that the biggest part of any audience is the beginners, right? And I don't really want to cater to beginners. So if I do more filmmaking content, it's going to be stuff like the ASMR thing. I've got like a song that I made about corporate video that I want to do a music video for. That would be really funny. But that one's even a little racy. Like I diss my clients in the song. Like, you think my clients are going to be okay with me calling them a dumb bitch? You know what I mean? Like, so I feel like, I don't know. I'm kind of caught between two worlds right now, but I appreciate that you guys like my stuff. Yeah, I know we got you ideas. It shows with your content already. Who is Peter McKinnon? I don't even know, dude. Who the fuck is that guy? People always talk about Potter McKinley, something like that. I don't know who he is. Some loser. You could use your Skittles to set yourself apart from the others in the genre. You're right. I mean, you're right. I think comedic filmmaking content definitely has value. North Korea with money, bahaha. Yeah, it's true. Oh, I need to film that music video. Maybe. I did have some people when I was originally making the song. I had some people lined up, so maybe. I mean, I'll let you know. It's gonna be a favor. Like, that's gonna be the one that I pull in a bunch of favors for. So I'll probably hit you up for something. Anyway, I'm getting too distracted. Let me start moving forward with this camera prep a little bit more. Long story short, though, I do want to do more filmmaking content. I want to make it more comedic. Although there is one non-comedic thing I'm gonna do soon, and I'm writing it right now. Is I am gonna you'll love it, Brian. I'm gonna do a review of my cart, basically. Because a lot of people that own that cart, they're just corporate video boys that push it around malls and, you know, corporate offices, and they've never actually like used the cart, and they're all like, "Oh, this cart's so great," but I genuinely think they're just coping because they spent so much money on a damn cart, and they don't know what to do with it. So, I got a proper review coming with some genuine criticisms of the cart. What are we doing? We're putting this on a gimbal now. Let's do it. Oh. Gimbal time. What's gifted hater? You'll have to tell me what that is. All right, we are sliding it into the gimbal now. Well, I have to take the camera off and move the plate. So I lied again. Gotta grab another screw from somewhere. Okay. Okay. I think this is hopefully the last time we're taking the camera off the gimbal. Yes, I can actually balance it forward and back now. Okay. Sweet. So I'm going to lock all the axes, and then I need the top bracket. Which, surprise, surprise, goes on the top of the camera. I don't know how much you can actually see right now. Probably not much. But you know, it's not about what you see. It's about the friends you make along the way. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, the margins on that are tight. Let me see if I can turn this towards you. At the beginning of this stream, I was talking about getting this rail and the height and everything. It was just millimeters from touching that thing. Maybe like a millimeter. Nanometers. Their molecules are pulling on each other. That's how close they are. See that? No, you can't. You just gotta believe me. All right, cable time. So, because this isn't my my focus kit that we're using, they don't have the proper cables. They don't have basically what we need. We need run stop, which is where I can essentially remotely record. But he doesn't have the cable, so I'm going to even though they're not renting my stuff, I'm going to very graciously, very graciously remove the cable from my kit and put it on this camera. That's how nice of a guy I am. And also because it's super low budget shoot, and that's it. So here we go. Gotta find my kit first. I wish I had the wireless camera set up right now so I could show you this, how cute the cat is right now. She's sleeping on my ditty bag. Oh my goodness. BB. I'm not gonna bug her. Very cute though. And that was a scratch on a pick, by the way. Alright, well, we'll see if this cable even works. Before I get that cable on there, I'm also going to get the... What the hell is it? The power cable. But I need the pouch. The Ronin pouch. But I'm going to get the power cable for the camera so we can power the camera directly from the Ronin, which makes our lives significantly easier. Digging through various cables right now, trying to find the red one. Red power cable. There we go. Easy peasy. So I need a red power cable. I need a SDI. Oh, what is this? Red CB control cable. I don't think we can use that. But actually, there's a 2-pin cable in here that would make our lives so much easier. But unfortunately, I don't see a 2-pin cable in here. Oh, interesting. So I have to run. See, every piece of gear that you work with presents a new set of challenges. Like you'll never have a clean camera prep. Like, see, now that I've got the outputs on this side, right? I was talking about this before. I got the outputs on this side. But the camera itself only has one SDI output, but I need 2 outputs. I need one, actually, let me think about how this goes. Yeah, realistically, I need something to go, I need an output that goes from the camera to the wireless, and then I also need one that goes from the camera to the monitor that's actually going to be attached for the DP. So what I'm probably going to have to do is I have to run the wireless. I have to run the signal from the camera to the wireless. But that just means our cable situation in the back is going to be kind of funky because then I have to go from the wireless to the gimbal. Is any of this worth explaining? Or should I just do it? I think I'm just going to do it. I don't need your input, Brian. Or Dominic. or LS Films. I think those are the only people watching right now. Do we can run stop? Control run stop. Yes. Run stop. Power cable. All the batteries here. Let's take a couple batteries out. Fire this thing up. What are you tinkering on, Dominic? Tinkering with. Tinkering on. I got this cable kit from Shape. It gives you cables that are like, you just get, I think you get 3 different lengths of cables in 3 different colors. And it's like perfect for this kind of stuff. So you get like a real short, like 3-inch cable, I think. And then you get a 6 and then a 9? Something like that. Pretty dope. I don't even know how to explain it. It's very sensitive wireline equipment. It's all nicely milled though. Feels very cool. That is cool. I love anything that's like just machined, like a solid piece of machined aluminum or steel or something. I know that sounds like super lame, but I love that. I'm trying to think of any interesting pieces that I have that are like custom machined. I don't think I actually have any. None that are custom machined. I mean, I have stuff from Small Rig that's all machined. But Ratworks is a really cool company that makes machined camera equipment, custom machined camera equipment that you can get anodized in any color you want. So I could have like, they make like full camera cages that you can get anodized in whatever camera color you want. And then you get your logos printed on it and everything. It's super bougie. There's nothing like solid metal pieces that fit perfectly together. True. A big part of me hates these right angle cables. Like, they seem convenient, but as soon as you have 2 next to each other, they are impossible to work with. They just stick out and everything becomes super disorganized. Michael's cable opinion of the day. Okay, so we've got, oh, did I put the power cable back? I think I did. So we've got our SDIs all hooked up nicely. Ooh, I think I did just find a 2-pin power solution, a Limo power solution for the wireless, but I'm kind of worried it's not polarized properly or the same. I'll fuck with that. Alright, so I'm putting the camera power on. Luckily, not luckily, but nice thing about this gimbal, everything just works together really nicely. Power everything from the camera. Yeah. Gonna have to make those cables a little nicer. Camera's powered. Now I just need to power the wireless. I wonder if there's something I could be watching. Something I could be watching and commenting on right now. I did watch Trump's, what do you call it? Trump's campaign announcement or whatever. Honestly, there's not much to say about it. I mean, Trump's speeches are long and boring. The long old man rants with little witty quips. So never mind. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Got our cables going. Alright. And now the last cable to be added is the control cable for the wireless motor. Which I'm probably going to end up having to replace because the camera controls on the Red are notoriously annoying to access. If I can even actually hold on. I need to do a quick test here before we get too ahead of ourselves. I don't even know if I can access this video port the way I have things mounted. Fuck, man. Ah, man, there's always something. Like, seriously. So what I need to do is there's a port here on the side of the camera, and it's blocked by the bracket I've attached for the motor. But I need that port accessible for the monitor because that's the only way that you control the camera. Like if we want to change any settings, we have to attach this thing to the camera. So I'm trying to figure out a way. Okay, I think I have to power it up. I think we're actually going to power it up now, and I'm going to test this monitor to see if I can actually get at it from this input. Because if I can't, then I have to take it off again and find a new place for the motor. Which I sound frustrated about, but I'm not. That's just part of it. Yeah, hear that fan? Classic. That's how you know it's quality. Actually, it's the opposite of that. That's how you know it's a red. Oh, maybe this port doesn't work. I don't think it does. Like, the monitor came on for a split second. Yeah, I think that... Oh, there we go. That's weird. Maybe this camera's just fucked. Yay! That means I don't have to change anything. Amazing. Low voltage. DC in is 14.5 volts. Okay. That's not good. What was I doing? Why was I flipping it? Oh. Because I have to power it from this other module. Alright, here we go. Powering on. This is our here, listen to that. Quality. This is the second time turning the camera on. See if we can get it to function properly. If you're tuning in now, this is the diagnosis stage of the camera build, and it's boring because I'm focused and not talking much. But I might. Oh yeah. No, it still says 14.4 volts. What the hell? Why does it say that's low voltage though? Like, that's enough, isn't it? Are you not satisfied? Low voltage warning, DCN 14.5. Are you not satisfied with 14 volts camera? Is that not good enough for you? That's all I can provide. That's all I have. What more could I give you? Damn reds. You know what I mean? Reds are the white male of the camera industry. of the cameras. It's the white male of cameras. You can interpret that however you want. All right, I'm gonna power down. I think. You know, I might just power. I'm just gonna power everything from the same module. That way the cables are all running nicely. I'm thinking maybe I should put something else on so I could actually have something to talk about while we're doing this. I'm just gonna take a quick look at YouTube and see what's interesting. I know H3 is live right now, but is that lame? Dead air. Dead air. That's what they say. Yo, wait. Yo, wait for what? When I say put something else on, I don't mean end the stream. I'm gonna just be streaming. I'm gonna keep this stream going until I'm done. May I request Dragon Roost theme for a little nostalgia? I mean, I don't know what that is, but I could, yeah, I could put that on. Here, I'll put it on right now. I gotta go to my computer though. One sec. Actually, let's see. This video's. What's it gonna do? Let's just for a minute. You'll know it. Okay, fine. I'll put it on right now. Here we go. Okay. We'll keep that playing. Dragon Roost theme. Oh, I see. Extended. Oh yeah, this is a classic. Yes! This is a banger. This makes me feel like I'm sailing the high seas, looking for treasure. Yeah, this was the right choice. Okay, I think I'm just about ready. I've got it all cabled up. Everything seems to be working. I'm just gonna turn that battery warning off. Because if there's no battery warning, then there's no battery problems. That's a fact. So I'm gonna turn the battery warning off. I'm gonna bunch up all these cables, make it look nice. Certified bop. This is a certified bop. The dopamine hit I got is insane. Same bro. If I was at my VC, I'd link it for you, sorry. How underrated is Wind Waker though? Yeah, Wind Waker is super underrated. Now this is making me want to replay Wind Waker now. But I don't have a Wii, and I don't have to rebuy it on Switch, if that's a thing. Or was Wind Waker GameCube? I can't remember if it was Wii or GameCube. Wind Waker was definitely, in my opinion, I mean, I haven't played all the Zeldas, but it was probably the most unique Zelda, just in terms of the concept, you know, like it is a free roaming game in general, but I mean, I don't know, the seafaring aspect of it was super interesting and very fun. Way more, and Breath of the Wild is way more interesting than Breath of the Wild, I think. And I don't necessarily think that's because of the format. I think it's just because there's way more interesting things to do in Wind Waker. Wind Waker was way more challenging as a game. The islands were genuinely more interesting, whereas like in Breath of the Wild, I felt like all the dungeons were just super easy. Like the game in general in Breath of the Wild is just too easy, and the dungeons are just very not that interesting. They're all kind of the same. Okay, I'm gonna cinch up these cables now. Now is cable cinching time. And I'm gonna step away from the mic for a sec just so I can kind of just get this done because I'm taking too long. I still have to prep all the monitors and everything. Like, no, this is taking. We're at like 30% speed right now. One of my homies sourced in GameCube, spent like $500 on old games to stream them. Oh, that is so sick. I wish we still had all that stuff. Dominic's my brother, for anyone listening and wondering. But I wish we still had all that stuff. It'd be sweet. Maybe one day I'll do a proper video on camera rigging and then I can show all this stuff, but I don't know, talking through it I think is just taking way too long. And nobody can even see what I'm doing anyway. You can get GameCube controllers for your PC, then download an emulator. That's true, but you don't get the experience of taking the disc out of the case and putting it into a box and closing the box or the cube. But also, emulators just kind of suck sometimes. But I do have a GameCube controller for my computer, and pretty much anything I game on my computer, I use the controller because I'm a beta. I've done it just a PS3 controller. You've done it with GameCube games? I'd be curious what GameCube emulators are actually like really good. I've just always been under the impression that emulators kind of suck. But I would, I mean, I'm down to try it again. I have to wake up my cat because she's laying on my Velcro on my ditty bag. Baby. Baby, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I have to get in right where your face is. She thinks I'm trying to pet her. Sorry, kitty. Not trying to pet you. Just trying to annoy you. Thank you. Thank you for being so patient. Oh, she's being less patient. It's okay. It's okay, baby. No, she's so cute. All right, I got my random bundle of Velcro. This is how the pros do it. Just randomly squished together. I downloaded an N64 emulator. Ocarina of Time is very strange on it. I found a way to do N64 on your computer or on your PC without doing an emulator. It's I can't remember what it's called, but it's like it runs natively or whatever. It's really sweet and it works perfectly, and it's got all these pre-installed mods. I used Dolphin, played Mario Strikers, and Double Dash. It was years ago, but it was just like the real thing. That's awesome. Maybe I'll get a second PC GameCube controller and do some like split screen. That would be so much fun. Dolphin. I'll have to look up what the current tech is for that kind of thing. Current emulators. Yeah, if I remembered what the Ocarina of Time was, I would say it. But I don't. But you can download, not only in that program, not only can you download, like, you can reskin the whole game. There's a bunch of people who have made, like, 4K remasters of the game. Like, these third-party 4K remasters. But they also have people have made alternative versions of the game. So there's, like, alternative Zelda versions out there that you can play through this program. It's so sweet. And Bree is going to be so happy for the same reason why I'm happy, because I got camera prep today. I don't have time to make supper. Pizza tonight. Pizza night. That's it. I was planning on getting really hyped about that, but then I realized I just don't really feel like getting that hyped right now. Building a camera is a very zen activity, not a hype activity. I want to use an emulator to play Wii Sports. I need some Wii Sports in my life. They have a new version of Wii Sports for Switch. But I don't know. It's just not the original. They got different music. I need the music. I can't get a strike in Wii Bowling if I don't have the Wii Bowling music. Actually, wait, there's no... I don't think it plays music during the Wii Bowling. Anyway, sorry, I'm just rambling because I'm doing two things at once. There we go. I think I'm all velcroed up. Looks a little jank. Sometimes the camera's gonna look a little jank. There's not much you can do about that. But frankly, it's neat. It's tidy. I know where everything goes. So I'm happy. The internet cut out at work. I gotta bounce. Don't get a ton of data. No worries, man. Get at me later, I guess, because I will be up doing nothing. Thanks for hanging out anyway. It's been fun. And enjoy your fondling machine metal. We're both kind of doing that. Okay, I think that is it for the actual rigging aspect of it. I think now it's just a matter of balancing it and testing everything. I need to double check the polarity on... I don't have a tester on this cable so I don't fry the wireless before I turn it on. But I think I can pretty much start balancing. So, first I'm going to make sure this cable isn't going to fuck the wireless, and then I'm going to start balancing. I'm also going to switch the music back to the other Zelda music because although I like this, it is just a loop. But it is nothing but a loop. And I'm like operating my computer from across the room right now, so everything's really tiny. What the hell? Everything is so tiny. History. Zelda music. There we go. Beauty. Okay. Boom. Easy. Power's on. Okay, awesome. Great. Now I can start the... we just finished the second most boring part of the camera prep. Now we're going to do the most boring part of the camera prep, which is balancing the gimbal. So I'm going to start on that, but I might change the camera angle just so it's a little closer up. Is that good? Yeah, you can guys see there. Okay, I'm just gonna mess with the camera angle real quick. I'm getting a call. Hey, Bree. Here. Yeah, you're not. No, but I don't think they can hear you, but they can hear me. I'm just. There's only a few people in the lobby, but. Anyway, yeah. What's up? Okay. You got Christmas updates. Okay. Do you want to save those for when you get home? Okay. What are you thinking? What are you thinking, Bree, for supper? Pizza? We doing pizza? Ooh, it is wing night. Well, it's more just like the going out aspect of it, and I think pizza will ultimately be cheaper because we don't have to buy beer and stuff like that. And also, I'm kind of beered out. Or I mean, been having too much. I've been having wine with supper a lot. I don't know. I'd be down for wings though. It depends on when I get this camera prep started, and being live is slowing this process down like crazy. What are you talking about? Well, I had to pick everything up, and then I had to pick everything up, and then I got home and I had to load everything in. And I mean, I'm not. I didn't say started. I'm in the middle of camera prep right now. But yeah, what I meant to say is when it depends on how soon I can get camera prep finished in terms of going out. But it's kind of a little bit of, my thought is I'm still quite a ways away from finishing camera prep, so I figure it's probably smart just to order pizza because I'm hungry and you're probably hungry. Wow, someone left. Someone left. What, you guys aren't enjoying me talking about supper? This is what you're here for. This is the content. Fuck you. How about that? Just kidding. Anyway. Yeah, let's just chat when you get home. But my vote is pizza. There's no thoughts in the chat on food. Pizza. I can leave too if you want. Only if you're not interested in hearing me talk about supper. I don't want you to leave, but you know, it's your life, man. I'd rather you give me input. Do you think pizza or wings tonight? That's all I want to know. Oh yeah, that's right. It might just end up being pizza and wings. I say pizza. All right, Brie. I'm gonna talk to you later. I'm gonna try and move forward with this prep. It's been taking me forever. LS Films says pizza. So I agree. 1 vote for pizza. 2 votes actually. Yeah. Okay. All right. I love you. Yeah. Sounds good. Bye. Maybe I should have made that speakerphone. I don't know. Either way, we're moving on. Okay, so now we balance. You know, I should probably do more research on this. I've balanced these gimbals a million times, and I always do it the same way, and it's probably not right. So I'm gonna do the tilt axis first, and that's it. Like I said, welcome to the boring part of the. If it wasn't boring already, this is the boring part. This is the really boring part. I'm just doing the tilt right now. It's obviously really bottom heavy, but my idea is, so I'm gonna have to adjust the height of the camera itself. But as long as the camera's roughly flat, then it's pretty much good on front and back for now. It's gonna have to be adjusted later. Again. Just generally there. There we go. Lock that. Dom says internet came back, lol. Awesome. I'm glad you're back. Dominic, what do you think? Pizza or wings tonight? It's wing night, so we have an option to go to there's a restaurant right nearby that does wing night, or order pizza. Because I don't think I'm going to have time to make supper. And I need other people to validate my choices. Okay. We're getting there. Oh man. Is this the easiest balance I've ever done? Look at that. It's basically done. Look at that. So the idea is when it's balanced on a certain axis, I should be able to just set it and let it go. And now, see, it's leaning a little bit forward. So if I put it that way, it's fine. So that probably means it's a little front heavy. Dominic says, I'd be dying for wings. I'd say wings. If you lived in Calgary, we could go get wings together. Think about that. Think about that. But wings do sound really good right now. Okay, now it's definitely back heavy. Actually, that's pretty close. It seems just slightly, ever so slightly back heavy. There are little knobs on here so you can do micro adjustments, but I find they're just like, I don't know. It's just as quick to just like unlatch and then move it by hand. There we go. That's front heavy. What could we honestly watch while we're doing this? Maybe I could pull up some like videographer boy crap and we could just comment on it a little bit. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pay attention to that though. Okay. Tilt axis. Check. Now we do the roll, which is gonna fuck up our tilt axis anyway. So we're gonna have to do it again. Oh, let's lock that. Pull up some cut videos. It's not a bad idea. I just don't think I'm gonna have the frame of mind to like pay attention to something like that. It has to be probably something more conversational, like a podcast or something. Also, eye complainer. Is that oh no, I fucked up my balance. God damn. Eye complainer. Is this Brian? Which Brian is eye complainer? Are you Brian Fetzko or are you Brian old school Brian? Or is it neither? I said Brian. Brian. Okay, for some reason I thought I knew you in real life at some point, eye complainer. But I know I've seen you on my videos for forever. So it's nice to see you in here. You're kind of you're sort of you're kind of OG as far as I can remember. What was the first video you saw of mine? Bid Substance ASMR. Hell yeah, bro. That's awesome. Well, I appreciate you coming in. Certified OG, genuinely. You can never change that profile photo, otherwise I'm gonna forget. Listen to every podcast episode. Oh man, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Glad you're here. I'm sorry I'm far less interesting in a live setting, especially when I'm working. But I do appreciate you being here and saying I'm funny. I need that ego. I need that ego boost. Okay, here we go. Okay, now we do the roll. So it's leaning a bit to the left. So I gotta go a little right. No, all good. I'm WFH. Sorry, I don't know what that means, but I appreciate you being here anyway. So what's up? What's up with you? What's up with life? So where are you from? Where are you from, my complainer? Is this the ASMR masterpiece we saw a few years ago? Yes, it is, actually. Working from home. Sweet. That's cool. What do you do at home? Or do you also work in the film industry? I would assume so, if you found me through the ASMR video. Bay Area. Interesting. I'm from Canada, so I assume you're talking about Tampa Bay? I'm kind of dumb. So. Okay, so now we're definitely bottom heavy. We're still heavy on that side, on the left. SF Shirley. Sweet, man. We're all working from home. Let's see. No, I'm done. Forget there's this one day, San Francisco. Sweet. Premiere Pro, Resolve, Final Cut. I mean, I'm a Premiere Pro boy, but that's just because I'm kind of grandfathered into that. I've just been doing it for so long. I've had Resolve for a really long time, but I just haven't messed with it that much. And Final Cut, I hate the export options on Final Cut. Like, I've used it for a few projects here and there because of their like integrated motion tracking and stuff, but it's been years. It's been years since I think it just works well with Mocha or something. I can't remember why I used it, but I haven't used Final Cut in years. I'm more of a Premiere Pro boy, for sure. That's just what I started on. I think that was the easiest thing to torrent back in the day, was the Adobe Suite. And then I just kind of stuck with it. This is actually looking pretty good. I think this might be just a little bottom heavy. Resolve confused the hell out of me, or the F out of me, not gonna lie. I mean, yeah, it's complex. It's especially with the nodes and everything. The nodes is definitely a different way to... Although the nodes are more for effects, not really for linear editing. But yeah, I think it's a little bit more complex than like Premiere. I personally am just a big fan of the Adobe Suite. Like, I know it has a lot of glitches. It frequently has a lot of glitches. But you can just do so much more. It's been around for a lot longer, so every program you can use with Premiere, you know, every plugin, everything works. There's just more plugins. You got way more options with Adobe Suite, in my opinion. I've noticed Premiere 2023 version is stable on my Intel Mac as hell, doing all sorts of stuff, not a single misfire. 2022 crashed like 2 times an hour. Yeah, I found that too. When I first started trying to use Premiere on my M1, I just have the, like when the M1s first came out, I've got like the first one, so not the latest generation. But it seems to be like, it was crap. All the Adobe Suite was crap on my computer, but recently it's gotten a lot better. After Effects is where even After Effects works on my Mac one, my M1 Mac. So I don't know. No reason to switch, you know. Although, you know, working on Mac, Final Cut would probably be better for me. Just for Ghoulie gave me her Adobe login. I should try that out. Yeah, you definitely should. Being able to bounce between, like, if you learn how to use After Effects, being able to, like, just, I still use it for, like, little projects, like, if I'm, like, doing a, like, just, like, a quick little comedic edit or something. It's fun to just be able to just pop something in After Effects, you know? I like the being able to link the comps and everything. That's one thing that's nice about the Adobe suite. Man, I'm really failing at this balance right now. Still a little bottom heavy. Still bottom heavy. Or maybe heavy on the right side actually. Definitely heavy on the right side. Oh god. There we go. Little adjustment there. You know, there is no perfect gimbal. There is no perfect gimbal. They all suck equally. Well, they all suck. It's not suck equally. It's just the scale of suck. But they all suck. And like after years of balancing this gimbal, I feel like it's only taken longer. Do you use the gimbal a lot? I've just returned from filming a corporate project entirely handheld, not even with lens IS. Hope to get that intimate feel. Yeah, I'm not a fan of gimbal shooting at all. Like this gimbal would definitely be something that you need like a crew workflow for. I'm just the first AC on this project, that's why I'm prepping it. And so like I'll be there to basically support and run the gimbal while the DP is, you know, focusing on the shots and whatnot. So for me, that's the only situation I want to have a gimbal, because like if I'm shooting every time I've shot with a gimbal, it's fine if it's just like a little, like a Ronin S2 or something like that. But if like I was using this gimbal, and then I think we had 2 of these. It was like me and another operator, and we were like one-man banding it. We had remote focus and everything. But I don't know, things just kept going wrong. Things that just always go wrong with these things. They need to be, you need like, I just think you need somebody to manage the gimbal, frankly. You know? Or if you're going to do gimbal stuff, you have like a gimbal camera and then an everything else camera. But in general, I hate gimbals. I want to avoid gimbals at all costs, basically. Because yeah, every gimbal there is will fuck up at some point. And then when you're stuck like on your, you know, in front of the client, troubleshooting this gimbal, it's never a good time. So I'm kind of the same way as you, where I would prefer to shoot it like handheld or on sticks or dolly or anything else. But ultimately it just comes down to the project, right? It's like, does it make sense for the project? You can't be too, you know, you can't take it too personally. Like I would ideally avoid the gimbal, but yeah, if there's a project that requires it, I'm gonna go for the best tool for the job, you know. Yeah, fuck gimbals. Fuck gimbals. And all these like Peter McKinnon corporate video types, it's like that's all they shoot on. They're like, yo, I got a gimbal, now I can be a real movie person. Now I can make movies like the pros. It's like, yo, the pros don't really use gimbals that often. The pros hate the gimbals. for obvious reasons. Oh, that's feeling pretty good. Something's not locked though. Oh, that's why. Yeah, I think in general, like if you want to do, I think clients like the gimbal because they think it's going to be faster. In some cases it is. Some cases it is. But I think most cases it's way faster just to have tripod and handheld and all that stuff. All right, now we adjust the tilt one more time. Hopefully one more time, and then I think we're balanced on the camera itself. I just need to slide, and I just have to balance this part of the head. I'm pretty much done with balancing, at least. All right, let's lock it. No, definitely still. Now it's top heavy. Just slightly though. And I know not everyone here was here when I was ranting about Peter McKinnon before, but I don't necessarily hate Peter McKinnon and like sort of videographer types. It's just fun to shit on them. I'm a videographer type. Oh, feeling pretty good. I think it's still a little... Is it back heavy or top heavy? Back heavy. Slightly back heavy. When I lock that, it's going to be slightly bottom heavy. But it's better if the gimbal is slightly bottom heavy than anything else, but ultimately you do want it to be well balanced. My hope is that basically I can get it perfect now, so that when you're on set, all you have to do is rebalance per lens. But even then, like lenses that are as light as this, you don't really have to do much of a rebalance whenever you do one. Oh, I just threw it off. Hey, Bree. I'm still live, FYI, so there's a camera on in my office. Welcome. What's up? You gonna come say hi, or are you gonna come say hi? Okay. That's fine. So I totally agree on the gimbal stuff. A serious question now. What software do you use for a shoot prep? Shot list, storyboards, and stuff. I'm looking for an iPad OS app for storyboarding that doesn't require for me to be Picasso. Honestly, dude, I'm assuming here, but I mostly live in camera, and when I'm doing stuff that's like bigger, it's not really like, if I'm shooting something, there's more prep involved. So I don't know. I'm trying to think of what programs I use. I know for like, let's see, software to use for shot list and storyboards. Oh, I know what app. I don't know if I still have it on my phone, but there's one specific one. I think it's just called Shot Lister. That's the ultimate shot list app for sure. But I don't know if I have it on my current phone. But Shot Lister is definitely the one. I can't remember what the storyboarding app is, but I do have one that I normally use. Again, I'm sorry. I haven't done any... Since COVID, I have been mostly technical camera assistant boy, so I'm not as update on the creative stuff, to be frank. So yeah, I'm sorry. If I do remember what that's called, I will tweet it or something. So follow me on Twitter, or you could just fuck, I don't know. Actually, you know what? It's probably on this laptop. No, it's not. Anyway, sorry, I don't remember. But Shot Lister is definitely the ultimate shot list app. I've used that for years. They use it at pro level. You can get it on. You can use it on your iPad, on your computer. You can attach storyboards to each shot list as well, and I think you can do overhead diagrams, which is pretty dope. But Shot Lister is like it's the ultimate one. No worries. I hope it does. Okay, sweet. I think we're balanced. Like, this is official. Looks balanced to me. It's not balanced, though. See, I don't understand. Sometimes I feel like I'm just a very confused boy. Because, like, it'll be balanced on the tilt, but then the roll is not happy. Sometimes that's just because it's not perfect. Like, maybe the roll is a little more sensitive. Let's see. All right. I think it's balanced enough where I can actually turn it on, at least for the camera. So for now, I'm just going to balance the pan, and then we're gonna fire it up and see if it'll work properly for us. This table's on an angle too, which does not help. Now it's definitely front heavy, a little back more. Okay. All right. Now unlock all the axes. It's probably gonna flip over. No, maybe not. All right. Now is the moment of truth. I'm actually gonna unpause the motors. All right, the gimbal is alive. And then we go into settings. Let me just turn this real quick. Okay. So, I want to do two things. I want to do a balance test because I want to get my ego stroked, but I also want to make sure it's actually balanced. And then we're going to do an auto tune if the balance is good, which basically just kind of tunes the motors for the weight. Oh, I just realized I'm out of the camera. Here we go. All right. So this is a balance test. Basically, it just kind of tilts around and judges my work. It's exciting. So, what is it? Dolan CD. Dolan CD. What kind of work do? You do corporate videos mostly? Pan, excellent. Tilt, excellent. Roll, excellent. That's what I'm talking about. That's what happens when you take your time. It's because we're pros. Now we're gonna do a quick auto tune. Okay, check this out. When you auto tune it, it kind of like goes crazy and vibrates. I'm gonna pause the music so you can hear it, but it sounds kind of wild. So I'm gonna pause the music. I'm gonna put my mic up to the motors up here, and you can hear what it sounds like when it auto tunes. It sounds kind of wacky. Here we go. It's coming. It's not very loud this time, actually. Maybe it's because the camera's so light. Anyway, I don't know if you can hear that, but it sounds like an alien spaceship taking off. Well, it's close enough. Excellent. Excellent is close enough. Let's see. Auto-tune complete. Great. Okay, so we have a functional camera now. I always wondered how much more battery life you get out of a gimbal when perfectly balanced versus close enough. Well, the thing about that is, I mean, it's not just a battery thing, but it's also a control thing. Everything just works way better when the less the motors have to work, the better the gimbal is going to operate in general. But I mean, yeah, I would assume that it would use less battery if it's balanced perfectly. Yeah. That's a camera. Oh, that's a gimbal. That's working. Nice. Yeah, I'm mostly a one-man band. I work only with corporate stuff and also spend a lot of time teaching video production in companies and schools. Really? That's cool. That's a sweet gig. I'm curious. I'm curious about that, actually. How did you get started? How did you get set up doing that? Just through your connections and stuff? Because I did one, or is there like a specific, I don't know. I'm just curious how you get started doing that. I was approached to teach or do like a course or whatever. No, I was like a guest speaker at a high school like really, really long time ago, but and then I've been invited to do little things here and there, but that's sweet that you like do that on the regular. That's something I'd love to do on the regular. And corporate stuff is awesome. Corporate stuff, as much as I make fun of corporate videographers, I make fun of corporate videographers because they get paid the most and do the least work, frankly. And it's true, and that's why I love doing corporate video, and I still do corporate video, because you make bank. Let's see. All right, so I was using this gimbal. Oh, it's heavy. I was the last person to use this gimbal, and we were having issues with just the stiffness and the deadband and everything, so I have to go through all of it and make sure it's all good to go, unlike last time. So we have push pan on, so I should be able to just push the camera and it'll pan without harming the motors. Push tilt. Sweet. Okay, so let's see. Deadband. Okay, this is what I'm constantly having to relearn. Deadband. Do you want it high or low? Does anybody know? Do I want when the deadband is high, does that mean it activates right away or it activates never? I guess we're going to find out. I'm cranking the deadband up to 100 on the pan. So either the camera is going to stay exactly where it is when I pan, or it's going to follow my exact movements because I just cranked up the deadband. Let's see. And first I'm going to widen this camera out because now I'm going to start standing up a lot. Here we go. Come here, cable. Widen out the camera. There we go. Check focus. Focus is good. Okay. Oh shit, there's a case blocking my cable. Come here. Let's play this music again. Maybe you already covered this, but where you been at? I've just been doing a lot of camera assistant work, honestly. And I think I've been wanting to do more content. There's just, I don't know, there's a lot of stuff going on in my life right now personally that's made it difficult for me to do anything extracurricular. I've just been pretty much focusing on work. I have uploaded a couple videos over to my Mike Filmer channel. I thought I saw you over there. iComplainer. I thought I saw you on my Mike Filmer channel, but if you haven't checked it out, it's in the description, and you should subscribe because that's where I'm posting all my like my non-film content, essentially just like reaction videos and comedy and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. I've been kind of just grinding hard on in the camera assistant life. If I'm frank, I've kind of like, since COVID started, I've kind of risen in the ranks of local camera assistant people, and I'm working very frequently now, which is good. So, but I need to get back to doing more creative stuff, and that does mean making more content, which is why I'm doing this. So I'm just reading. That's why you can't see me. I started working in a multimedia center in college where we also did some courses. Teaching kids in schools came from that. Corporate courses came after. Customers started to ask me how they could work on easy projects by themselves. That's sweet. That is such a sweet gig, and a great just little niche to be in of being like a video educator. Because not only does that put you in a point of authority with your clients, but it's just a great thing to have in general. You can go so many places with that. Since then, I've tutored around 2,000 kids, 500 adults, somewhere around these numbers. That's awesome. That is amazing. Sweet, dude. Well, congrats. It's great to like have a thing, and that's a great little niche. Here, I'm gonna test this gimbal real quick. Right, I forgot we were testing the deadband. Okay, so deadband is all the way up on the pan axis, and as we clearly see, the camera's not moving. So deadband is officially, if the deadband is high, I guess that's a good way to remember it. Deadband, the camera's dead. It's in the name. Let's try that one more time. So it stands to reason, if I turn the deadband all the way down, it should follow my moves almost exactly. Not really, but that's close enough. Maybe if I turn the acceleration up 40, speed, keep that at 20. Let's try it now. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. That was weird. Something just happened. I just heard like a little clack, and then the motors gave me the motors buzzed at me. Let's see. Lol, and we also own a small farm, so spent days behind my iMac, my Canon C200, and my tractor. That's awesome. Are you from Alberta? Just curious. You sound like a Berta boy like me. Thanks for jerking my ego. No, it's awesome. Mad respect for the hustle. Never quote me on saying that. Oh dang, well then where have I been? Oh, I need to hit the bell on those other channels. Hell yeah. Deadband allows for operator to wiggle the pan, affecting the cam movement. Good if the gimbal is trying to be stable in a shaky situation. Example, running on or off a road vehicle. Slovenia. Wow. I gotta be honest, I don't even know where that is, but that's sweet. It's half to 1 a.m. right here. Right now it's about 4:30 p.m. where I am. The deadband on allows for the operator to wiggle the pan tilt without it affecting the camera movement. I see. So the higher the deadband is, the less it's going to respond to movement, of course. Yeah, exactly. That makes sense to me. Next to Italy and Australia. I said Australia. Next to Italy and Austria. That's amazing. My mom was just in that area, actually. She was in Italy. She jumped over to Croatia, Montenegro as well. And I think my family's from there. From, I actually don't know where. Somewhere over there. You can tell I'm an you know, I'm a Western boy. I don't know shit about Europe. Sorry. I'm showing my American. This is the American and North American. Because this camera's so light, I feel like it makes sense just to keep the deadband at 0. Maybe I'll up the speed as well, like 30. Certified banger right now. Certified banger. Deadband on the tilt, we'll make that 5. 'Cause we don't really want to tilt as much as we want to pan. And then we'll probably match the speed. One thing I don't understand about this gimbal is when you roll it, it just doesn't roll back to the horizon. Like, just be even. I don't understand. Maybe if I crank the deadband on the roll, it just won't move. What the fuck? More for shakiness, not pans. I see. 0, you feel the shake in the image. 100, the shake gets smoothed. Right. Kitty baby. Can you guys see the cat in the foreground? She's on my desk right now. Roll. What the hell? The roll on this thing, when we were using it last time, this was the issue too. We had the roll, the horizon was never even. Dolan CD living his best life for sure. I need to find out how to reset the roll on this thing. Hey Bree, what's on this food? You hungry? Okay. I'm still prepping. So I think we just do pizza. I say we just do pizza. We order it, and then whenever it arrives, I'll probably end the stream. What kind? Barbecue chicken. I don't know, maybe? What do you think? Sorry, taking a little detour on this stream here. Oh my god, the cat's in the shot. BB, what are you doing? Sorry. I'm personally into barbecue chicken, and yeah, with wings and all that stuff. You want to use my phone? Yeah, but then you can use my card. It's up to you. Let me know. Let me know if you need me. All right. We back. Thanks for everything, man. Hope to hear from you soon. Gotta run, smoke a spliff, and off to bed. Cheers, my man. Hey, good hanging out with you. 420 is every day in the studio for sure. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna grab my vape pen. Don't tell my landlord. I complainer, you better not tell my landlord. And don't feel like you have to stick around just because you're the last one here. People have been wandering in and out. Just FYI, I just appreciate you tuning in. At all. Hell yeah. That's how I get all the haze. Everyone in my productions are required to bring a vape. If you don't have a vape, you don't get a day rate. You know what I'm saying? No vape, no rate. Oh, you guys can like see me through the gimbal right now. That's exciting. DP, we need haze in this shot. Can you get the fog mush? Dubstep music starts playing. All the lights go RGB. I roll in there, just ripping a fat vape cloud. Okay. I'm actually Googling something. Here, I'm trying to find out how to even the horizon. Like, just have to set the horizon on the Ronin 2. You know, I'm just gonna pull this up on the big computer, so it's part of the stream. Although, man, using this separate computer is kind of a nightmare. Cause I don't know how to type this. Pepperoni, extra mushrooms. Pepperoni with extra mushrooms? I mean, that actually sounds pretty good. I'm trying to make it seem like it's this horrible thing. Extra mushrooms? You sick fuck. You sick. Oh, okay. I love mushrooms. And I eat Hawaiian pizza frequently, so I feel like that's kind of the one people always give shit to. Okay, here we go. You know what? We're just going to do this. I'm just going to be here. Oh, this is so awkward. Nothing's set up for this. I have nowhere to put the mic. Okay. I need to find out how to reset the roll on the Ronin 2. Ronin 2 horizon. Ronin 2 full length review. Let's see. One sec. Thank you. Yes, actually, if you would actually find my landlord and tell them that I'm not smoking, that would actually be even better. I'm not smoking. It's a vape. It's harmless, just for the record. I just need that. I need that. It needs to be part of the record. How to balance the Ronin 2. Setup and balance. It's all pointless. YouTube has become, like, in my opinion, kind of useless for finding specific information because all the titles are not specific anymore. That's just not what gets the clicks. So you look up a specific problem and you got the best hack for this thing. It's like, no, bro, I just want to know how to fit this bolt in this hole or some shit. Ronin 2. Reset. Oh, see, like Google search pulls me up, and oh, I'm realizing you're not seeing this. Google search actually pulls me up the proper video. Yes, recenter. Pause the gimbal, then lock the 3 axes. Okay. Set pan to 0 position. Oh, easy. If this issue is not resolved, then tap encoder offset. Is there a fast way to reset it is my real question. Wait. Pause the gimbal, restart the gimbal, and unlock all 3 axes. Finish. Okay. That's actually not really what I was looking for, but that does help. So let's give that a shot. Just gonna reset this camera. We got sharps. And the baby has stolen my spot again. Baby. So sweet. Hello. By the way, iComplainer, I didn't thank you specifically about sending me that info, but I do appreciate it. Thank you. The gimbal info. Alright, so the video said, lock all axes. Yes, yes. Locked, locked, locked. Going to settings, I believe. Encoder offset, calibrate? No, maybe it wasn't settings. Oh fuck, I already fucked this up. Motor, set pan to 0 position. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay, sweet. Okay, so now the idea is if I set smooth track, maybe if I turn the deadband on the roll up higher. Actually, you know what? I'm curious what, because I know there is a setting specifically that will leave the roll alone. Just to find out which one it is. So I'm going to turn the deadband all the way down on roll, so it'll definitely move. And then find out which setting doesn't operate the roll, and make sure to use that one on the day. Welcome back, Brian. Yeah, dude. I tell clients that this is prep is like 4 to 6 hours. Right now, it's definitely taking longer than normal. But yeah, man. I mean, gotta test everything. Now the motors sound really not happy. I think I just have to do another auto tune. Also going to do another balance test. I don't know if you like. Can you hear that? It sounds crazy. Very weird. Sounds like it's like grinding. Okay. Yeah, all the axes are testing excellent. Yeah, I think this is just not the right mic for getting this kind of audio. Just auto-tuning right now if you're wondering why I'm staring into space. Very, very strange. The pan gimbal is just going crazy. Like it's like wait, let me pause the music. I think you'll be able to hear it if I pause the music. Can I pause the music? No. I'll show you later. Let's see. What the hell? Smooth track. See, this is the issue I was having on my last shoot with this gimbal, is for whatever reason, no matter what setting I put it on, it just stops responding. And now it's panning by itself automatically. To be honest, just sitting here wondering why he has a framed picture titled Orcas in the BG lol reels. It's a beautiful photo. What are you talking about? I'm insulted. Man, this gimbal is fucked, honestly. I don't know what the hell is going on with this gimbal. It needs maintenance. Like, it's now that pan is wandering. Stiffness, eh? Control. And it randomly just starts working for me again. Okay. That's the way it's gonna be. I think it's good though. Like, I think this is basically ready to shoot on. I know I was just complaining about it, but basics. Speed, deadband, XL. Stiffness, strength, filter, control. Man, there's too much. We got speed, acceleration, deadband, stiffness, strength, and filter for every single axis. Any chance you got some debris or one or more of the motors? Did you run a calibration? I set the zero position of the motors in terms of calibration. Calibrate system. That's it. It's calibrating right now. I don't think there's any, but I don't think there's any debris in the motors. I mean, I'm pretty sure I was the one who AC'd using this thing on the last two shoots, and frankly, both times it was giving me issues. But I don't know. The guy who owns it, usually the owner-operator has it set up a certain way, you know. Alright, calibrated. I did auto-tune it, Brian. Thank you. I auto-tuned it twice. Note to self, don't hire Mike as an AC when using Ronins. See, this is why Yeah, whatever, you're right. Yeah, actually hire somebody else for Ronins, thank you. Beauty. I don't know, man. It's got this weird thing where it's just slowly panning to the left all the fucking time. Calibrated. Auto-tuned. Did all that shit. And Brian, you definitely want to hire me to Ronins. Maybe this isn't the best example of it, but I think I've worked with these things for like pretty good amount. I'm more so just vocalizing my thoughts here, if I can give myself any credit on why I look like I'm fucking up so bad. What Mike was trying to say is the way he doesn't like putting this stuff on YouTube because his clients will see it and like yeah, that, I mean, I don't know. Yes, that is how I talk. I just change subject mid-sentence. Yeah. But genuinely though, I mean, like, I don't like this stuff. This is why you don't see any genuine, frankly, this is why you don't see genuine filmmaker content, and why I have a hard time making filmmaker content, because it's like you're a business first and foremost, and so that's why all video content online is just boring and stale, in my opinion. Like, some of it's funny, you know, you got Film Riot, but the people who are actually working and doing actually good shit are boring. It's just boring. All right. Roll. Whew. I agree with you, Mike. Thank you. Thank you, I Complainer. Always got my back. I appreciate you. Alright, this is feeling pretty good. Let's see if the Pterodact's getting video.